brunch, had a great time. Shout out to Troy Forkey, who I went with. That's the guy who I became friends with, who slept with Michael Darby, he claims, which remember that guy?
Oh,
So I went to Ashley's
God.
before. So Whitney actually did a little mini tour this summer with Trixie. I just feel when you're like stunt casting this big drag name in the second episode, this can't be a great sign, right? Like we don't need like, it's like Meredith appearing on like Roni. Like we don't need the like crossover yet in the second episode. I was a little, it wasn't as good for me, I have to say. I enjoy the like Meredith Lisa walk, but the best thing about this to me is I love Monica. I love Monica when
Me
she's,
too.
and by the way, girl, I mean, out of every bag to buy, Daddy has trained you well. David Daddy is very happy with your choice of Louis. You know how I feel about a Louis Vuitton. You know it's my thing. I love Monica. She's being very vulnerable and real, and I don't think it's a put on, right?
What do you make, by the way? Because I think this is a trend, right, with Monica. And then I'm obsessed with the new Roni. I've watched every episode. I love it. I love the cast. I know we're getting a renewal. I'm obsessed with the whole thing. But what do you make, being the television expert that you are? It seems like we're going back to this, like we have the, I hate to use this, like the poor girl, or like we're really going into the deeper sob story, right? All the women on New York, right? They talk about losing some of them have lost their mothers. Sai's mom was an alcoholic and she watched her die. I mean, we're getting these like really deep moments. And then we sit with Monica and her family, and she's just like, I just want one nice thing with these women. They're so rich. She doesn't say it like this, but that's what's implied. And I'm going to get this bag. And they all cry with her. And they're like, you don't have to be like this. And she's like, I know, but like, what do you make? We've gone from extreme superficial. Now we're going back to like the depths of people's soul. I
think that because a lot of people agree with us, the second episode left them lackluster. I just feel, I hate to say it and sound like a broken record, I turn on the second season, which dropped a few weeks ago, of Selling the OC on Netflix. Not even as great as Selling Sunset. And I watch every minute of every frame and I am blown away. And that is why I'm happy. It's not the Ozempic, because again, I'm back on it. I just feel with Housewives, and that's okay. The heyday, you can't have the heyday forever. I just feel we're just grasping and seeing what's going to stick and fit. And I don't know. I just feel Housewives is just, for me, not as I was so excited about Salt Lake, because I figured maybe something would be so great, but I don't know. It left me a little lackluster. So I feel like maybe we're just trying everything. Yeah, I feel like maybe we're just trying everything and to see what's going to stick.
They're going deeper, it seems like. They're going deeper. They're going emotional. They're going real, which just seems counterintuitive to everything that we've seen, right? Like, and by the way, I was at Century City Mall. I walked by Heather Dubrow, and I really wanted to stop her, but she was like in a full phone conversation to say, oh my God, I'm friends with David Yontif. I know you and David are friends. Anyway, but she was full on. She looked great in real life. And you know what I appreciate about Heather? Great. And she didn't look too skinny. You know how sometimes you see these people and they're like, they weigh 80 pounds. She actually looked like a normal woman. I was like, good for you. I wanted to tell her that too, but I was like, oh, that'd probably give her a complex. But anyhow, I just feel
Heather.
like, on the OC Beverly Hills, right? We've skipped over all maybe they did this when they first introduced these characters, but we have no real depth anymore, It's just the fights, it's the expensive jets and all this stuff. And now it just seems like we are really getting the bare your soul girls. Like, tell us, I don't know. It feels like I'm trying to think of an AA room or something. You know what I mean? It's like,
but also, could it just be like studied housewives of like, the advice going in really is, I feel, just be yourself. And so maybe this new generation, I mean, Monica is very young.
No, this is like drama bonding. This is not young. Everyone has drama. Everyone has trauma. And I actually like it. Like I said, on The Real Housewives, I think it's a good strategy, but it's interesting. They're doing it with Monica too, where they I think they want Monica to talk about her insecurities, all this stuff. And we're not used to that. I feel like we're used to like people being like, I'm so rich. My husband's
Honey,
great. Just different.
getting excommunicated from the church because you are fucking your brother's sister's husband. Monica, call me, girl. I am a fan. Sign me up. And I love that you're like, and I love the daughter. I mean, the daughter, I'm like, oh my God, wait, say that again. Daddy David needs to hear this again when the daughter's like, your self-worth should be more than just money. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, I learned something here from the Salt Lake Housewives. I don't know if I want to learn that today because I don't want to go deep, but I don't know. It's better than other things. Roni, I'm going to catch up on just for you. I don't know. So we have something.
Yeah, we
What
do.
else would you
I do
like
want,
to talk about?
oh my God, we have a ton to get
You
to.
know what I want to talk about?
What?
It's big. It's big.
What? Tell me.
You know what we never talked about? Oh, we never talked about Carl and Lindsay. Carl's statement and Lindsay's statement. We never talked about this.
All right. I mean, unpack for me. Now you're more of the summer house, winter house expert. I've got a million questions for you because every story about Carl has come up, from the past. Like, is he gay? He admitted that blowjob that he got when he had group sex from like a guy. And he told the story when he was back drinking, which he was, later he said, oh, I'm glad it came out. I feel better about it. But a lot of people are saying he's gay. A lot of people are saying he got somebody else knocked up. Captain Lee has come out and weighed in. I mean, what do you make of all this? And Lindsay broke her silence.
She broke her silence. Listen, and this really isn't a shameless plug. Everyone should go back to this year and listen to February 19th of this year, my chat with Stephen McGee, the gay guy, as that you guys like to say, from season 1 of Summer House.
Okay.
Because this is, at the time, Stephen was like, yeah, I mean, let me tell you about Carl. And he's like, of course, he's like, no one's going to believe me. I'm the fired guy. Carl is the darling of the show, but I don't care. This is the truth. So Stephen had a lot to say about Carl being gay and things that he saw and knew. And so I really think everyone should listen to my chat on February 19th of this year with Stephen McGee. Look, I think that the baby mama and Carl having an affair, I think that's like not necessarily true. What I think is interesting is like, so Carl sent this statement to, listen, I have a problem with this statement. Like, if you're going to make a statement, you really shouldn't put anyone else's, and I'm going to take this from a point of goodness, but so apparently he sent that statement just to the wedding party. It was the way of saying like, get your refund, or maybe you can't get a refund, go to Mexico anyway, which I'd be like, okay, bro. But when he said like, I don't know the exact words he said, like, and Lindsay is very upset, to me, see, like, your eyes are getting big. It's like, if you want to make a statement, and then apparently someone that got that leaked it. That's how it got out to the press. Like, it went to someone in the wedding party. First of all, this isn't your first minute at the rodeo. If you're sending this to everyone in your wedding party, you don't think maybe this is getting leaked to the Daily Mail or Page 6 or something. But when you start to say like, from the bottom of my heart, and then you say Lindsay's very upset. Well, listen, dude, you broke up with your fiance. You don't get to speak to the for the little woman no more. It was very misogynistic. Like, Lindsay's very upset, and I'm like, now you're saying this about the woman, like, poor thing, and like, I don't think you should speak for her, dude. It's over.
It's over. It's way over.
That bothered me. Why are you? So you're making your statement. I don't think you should speak for anyone but yourself, right?
Yeah, because apparently they haven't spoken in 2 weeks. They have not spoken since he broke it off. She came out and dropped her statement, which essentially said, this was not my decision. I'm heartbroken beyond belief. My whole life as I knew it was ripped out from underneath me. I don't think she used the word embarrassed, but she's like, I'm just,
I think she did. I think she said something like that she was embarrassed.
She's embarrassed. She, this isn't her call. She was madly in love. Since then, I've seen Captain Lee and other people come out and say the affair rumors and the pregnancy rumors are absolutely not true.
Right.
And that then I've heard, and it seems to me that somebody is leaking, right? All these stories. Now it's the narrative is, well, Lindsay, would drink and Carl really